So now we definitely have some plot brewing. So I have been saying, I've been wanting the aspect of Doron Dororon, if I'm finally pronouncing it correctly, potentially. Um, I've wanted it to get to a point where we actually have a story that is like an ongoing plot, because we only really had information on the main three characters, and as they were doing stuff and fighting characters. But with this new dude, they mentioned his name in a chapter. Let me just pull the chapter up real quick. I think I have a tab actually for it already. This dude, he has like this moment with another, I would assume, antagonist. I feel like it's easy to say this guy's an antagonist, but they're having a whole like thing between them, and like he seems to be some part of some group. So I assume this is going to be the bad guy group. I assume this is going to be the villain antagonist faction that is going to be the main focus for right now, and we'll find out more about like the Mononoke and stuff going forward from them. Like, I wonder what Kusanagi's gonna say, because I know that like there was this kind of odd questioning of this humanoid looking Mononoke, so I'm wondering if this level is like rare to see. Like maybe not that many people run into these very human-like versions. But this new guy, the new guy's really cool. What's his name? Heisuke, and Yuji. I don't know exactly how I pronounce it. It's because it's two eyes. I assume it's pronounced the same. I don't know what would really be different with how you'd pronounce it with that. I don't know. Either way, not important. I'm just getting sidetracked. But he's a samurai officer. I don't remember if that's like, I think the highest thing was elite samurai, right? And then he's somewhere obviously like higher up. But I want to also find out like the rankings, like the full scale rank, not like the full scale like every character, but like, is there like a top 5? Where does this one girl, Ginchio, where does she rank in comparison to like her whole organization? Like, what I want to get to the structure of that, because I'm very interested in their whole organization and like how it functions. With the dude shooting beams, I really do like the art style that the mangaka is doing with the attacks, with like that like glow effect that is like put around them. It just looks really neat, and the dude's just like shooting these beams. I get a little sad because I thought this fight was actually going to go on longer. And he like mentions he's got more Mononoke techniques. I was really hoping we were going to see like a couple more things from before he left, but at least we got to see like a cool move from this new dude, Heisuke, before he like left. Like the dude shoots the beams, and Heisuke like does a thrust attack, and it makes this giant like spirit energy monster mouth that goes and like consumes the attack and just goes towards me, just like rips the dude completely in half, like destroys like a whole portion of his body, and he just laughs it off and ends up regenerating like very quickly, gets his body back. So I'm wondering also, is this something that is limited to him, or is this something that the other high-level Mononoke are going to be able to do? The dude Heisuke, like, he doesn't really seem that phased by it. Like, I'm willing to bet that like he knows about these humanoid ones, and maybe it's something that just like you have to be higher up in the chain to really actually even be given information about. I assume it would be like with Bleach, if you are like a new person in the Soul Society, some no ranking new Soul Reaper, that you're not gonna probably know about like Aran Cars and like Vostalord, like Hollows and stuff, for the Bleach reference, to get the comparison, just for like these monsters that now you have a humanoid version that's showing up. But the dude is like having this conversation with this other girl. His name Hirahise. It's going to take me a minute to remember him. Hopefully the series catches on. I like this guy. He's an interesting bad guy at the moment. But the chick Yoshihime, she's like yelling at him, and she's like saying that she's going to like bother and harass him the entire time if he doesn't like show up to wherever the bad guys are. I was really intrigued of like he goes to like jump, and there's like a thread that comes and gets him. So I'm guessing that she's like something with Spider-Man, okay, but like her, like where is she at? Like how is her thread like that reaching? Has it always been here, or is it just that fast? Like there's some questions about that one I want to know. Or it's like her thread's just everywhere. Maybe she only was able to talk to him because her thread got close. Maybe it's like a vibration thing that she's doing. I don't know. Either way, it's definitely really intriguing of an early series setup to have like a villain group like this. Just like something that we don't have any information on from the main cast. As far as we know, that none of the other characters I would assume would know about it, other than maybe like some high-ranking people. Because if this is like if like these humanoid ones are known as like maybe like, you know, high up information again, then how many people who even are amongst like the scarce amount in that level of kind of rank that you'd be able to access this would know about like some bad guy organization inside of these high-ranking dangerous bad guys. Again, questions that I really want to know. I think the series definitely has a lot of really good questions set up right now. Like the whole stuff with Kusanagi and his backstory, everything. I really want to know about that. And I'm really intrigued about the samurai organization and the whole villain group in general. Definitely some cool stuff so far. I think the series has done a really good job of laying that up as it's begun. But the dude is like gonna go and try and kill Kusanagi. You know, a reaction I feel like everybody would assume. Dora's like grabbing onto the blade, and you see blood dripping down. It's one of the kind of scenes, and he's like gonna tell him that Kusanagi is different. He's obviously not a bad Mononoke. We know that, but this caught my throat. The question is this guy willing to actually listen and think about this? And he seems fine with it. I feel like if you were in this situation, if like you just kind of like really thought about it and you were kind of chill, you understand like this, this is a guy that was helping people and fight these monsters and stuff. Why would he lie? It'd be at least enough to look into rather than like be like, well, I'm just gonna kill him. So it's like this guy so far also has like a pretty reasonable mind, as he's demonstrated, because he I gotta look. I gotta reread some of the early chapters because I know like on his coat it's Izanai Corps, and I can't remember if that's the name of the organization or if this is something specific to him, like maybe a branch. I'll have to look it up, because if that's the name of the organization, I can definitely remember that, because that's a pretty cool logo they've got where it kind of looks like a sword, but it's the eye of the sea. Yeah. Anyway, so now he's going to take them back to headquarters. So I'm very interested in where this next like mini arc is going to go, and what's going to happen when we see like higher up people in the organization. How are they going to react to Kusanagi? What's going to happen between him and Dora in this part? Like, how are they going to get through this? Because unless the series got axed or something, I don't think there's any possibility of it being like, yeah, we're just going to kill your Mononoke and the story end. But otherwise, I assume that he's going to present his case enough that they're going to be like, well, we're willing to give you a shot and see if you can, be beneficial to the whole samurai and the fight against Mononoke. So we'll see how that all turns out. Again, good series so far. I'm liking it. I like this turn. I was saying for a while that I liked the series as it was, but we hadn't had any real story structure that made reading it fun. And I think this has really done that in these last couple chapters with this new bad guy and now this turn with this dude, Heisuke. So anyway, other than that, comment below. Thumbs up the video, but friend, like button, subscribe, and check out my other videos. But that, if you already started subscribing, thank you all for listening. Bye.